All right, let's talk about expressions. Expressions are something that some people have trouble with, some people don't. Some people can easily express themselves, and the people that can easily express themselves seem to have a happier, uh, fuller life than the people who have trouble expressing themselves. Okay? Well, it's very important that you start to learn how to express yourself if you are struggling in that area. And the reason being is that is an important portion of you being able to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Let's think about it. I want you to think about meditation. You may not meditate frequently, but I'll go ahead and tell you that meditation gurus and people that's trying to teach you how to meditate, some of the first things that they do is teach you to focus on your breathing, focus on your breath. Okay. The reason why they tell you to focus on your breath is because it calms you down. But more importantly, it helps you to focus on the principle that the universe operates off of. And that is what comes in needs to come out. Every time you take a breath, you breathe in, and then you breathe out. You breathe in, and then you breathe out. A lot of times it's so subtle and you're so used to doing it that you don't even think about it. But you have to breathe in and you have to breathe out. You have to breathe in and you have to release that breath in order for the life cycle to continue to flow. Because if you hold on to a breath for too long, you're going to pass out and you're going to automatically start back breathing in and breathing out. So I said that to say this. When these thoughts or ideas come to your head, you have to express them if you want them to manifest. You can't have this $1 million idea and just sit on it because you're never gonna manifest it that way. You're gonna have to get out and express it. If you can't express it in the format that you picture when you first think of the idea, because every time we have thoughts or ideas, it comes to us in some type of form of mental image. So if you can't express that thought exactly the way that it's brought to you mentally, then write it down. Write it down and express it in that manner. Or tell somebody that you can trust that probably won't steal your idea and tell them to help remind you about how you can adequately express this thought later on. But you have to start expressing yourself and not just keeping everything in, because you have everything that you need inside. You already have it inside of you. You just got to work on getting that outside so that you can see it in the physical form. And then you'll start manifesting the lifestyle that you want to live. But as long as you're holding on to things and not expressing yourself fully, only thing you're gonna produce is complaints on why you're not seeing what you want to see, why you're not producing those mental images that are coming to your head. I mean, it's not enough to just see yourself as a millionaire and just keep seeing yourself as a uh, successful person doing these things. You can see yourself in your mind's eye all the time doing this and doing that. But if you don't actually express it in the physical form, then you will never experience it. Well, you will experience it in your mind, and maybe that's enough to some people. But if you want to experience it here within the physical realm, you have to express yourself. Don't put limitations on your expression. Go ahead and express it. And like I said, if you don't have the means to express yourself in the same way that you picture it mentally, go ahead and write it down. And as soon as you get the ability to express yourself in the format that you have it mentally, go ahead and do so. But express it in whatever way that you can at the time so that you can get it out there to the world. Because you never know, by holding back those expressions, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the other people that may benefit from those expressions. So you can't hold back. That holding on to those expressions is somewhat selfish because you're holding on to these expressions because of many reasons. You could be afraid that it's not going to work out the way that you pictured it, or you may be afraid that you don't know exactly what to do, and it's just thoughts that's coming to your head. But no, you need to go ahead and express it. And well, I want to say this too before someone takes this out of context and starts doing some crazy things. These are thoughts and ideas and expressions. Well, these thoughts and ideas, mind you, they come to you for a reason. Even the ones that's considered bad or evil thoughts, they come to you for a reason. And it would benefit you to express them. But I'm not telling you to go do anything crazy. Like if you get an idea to go rob a bank, I'm not telling you to go rob a bank because you know you're going to have to deal with the consequences of robbing that bank if you get caught. I mean, it's against the law to rob a bank, so why would you go do that? Even if the idea came to your mind 100 times, why would you go do it knowing that the consequences to getting caught is jail time? No, I'm not saying that you should express that thought in that physical form. I mean, if the idea that you comes to you to rob the bank and you know that the consequences are not favorable to you, still express yourself. I mean, there's multiple ways that you could express yourself, express that thought or idea without actually robbing a bank. You can write it down and then throw it away so that that part is no longer with you. That idea, that thought is no longer with you. If it keeps coming back, keep doing the same thing. As soon as you get the thought, write it down, throw it away. And figure out what it is that's causing this thought to continue to reoccur. Maybe you really do want to rob a bank, or maybe you need to, but because you feel like you're not financially secure or something like that. Well, if that's the case, then try to turn that idea into something that will make you financially secure so that you won't have to result in taking that route. Because when you know that those consequences are going to put you in a messed up situation, it would be crazy for you to express that thought in that manner. I mean, your brain is more powerful than that simplistic idea. You can come up with something that can make you money without having to go through that route. The same thing goes for any other immoral idea that may come to your head. If it's not in line with your natural values, then you don't need to do it. I don't care if it does come to your head. If it's not in line with your moral values and your moral compass, then you don't need to execute on that idea. But you do need to express it. And like I said, there's multiple ways that you can express it. You can express it through art. You can express it through writing, which I consider art, and most people do. And you can express it through many different mediums, but you need to express it. Don't just keep it in, because that, like I said earlier, that's the golden rule of the universe. You take in information, you put information right back out. If you're taking in more information than you're putting out, then you're going to have a backlog of information. You're going to start feeling stressed. You're going to start feeling all types of things that's going to make you feel unhealthy. But it goes the same way. If you're putting out a lot of information, or you putting out, yeah, I say the word information because information covers a lot of different areas. I mean, if you can use the example of money, if you're putting out more money than you're bringing in, then eventually you're going to be broke, because you can't continue to spend money and not bring in money and expect to keep money. You're going to have to have balance. You're going to have balance. You don't need to hoard all the money, save all the money, because if you just keep accumulating money and never spending it, then you yourself are not going to get an opportunity to experience that money, and you're not going to be able to experience it to the maximum capacity that you could have if you were spending it. Now, I know a lot of people got the idea that you should save up your money. Even if you don't spend it for yourself, then generations on down the line can have that money. But that's operating off of you feeling like that money is guaranteed to be there. Just because you work 25 to 30 years and save up a life savings worth of money, and you don't do anything with it, you just saving it for your grandkids and their kids, there's no guarantee that it's gonna work out the way that you're thinking. You think that it's gonna last for generations and generations, but it only takes one knucklehead to make all of that obsolete. You can work 25 to 30 years and think that your next generation is gonna be straight, but you can pass that down to your son or daughter, and they can blow it all in a week. So I don't think I mean, then that's just my opinion, but I don't think that that's a good way to live life because you are here to experience life. So yeah, you need to save some, but it's got to be some balance there. You still got to have experiences while you're here for your growth and development. You are a living soul and you're here to grow and develop as a soul spiritually. And the only way to do that is through balance. The only way to do it. You have to balance what you're taking in and what you're putting out. But and the best way to do that is through expressing your ideas when you get them. Go ahead and express them. Like I said, you may not be able to express them in the manner that you pictured them at the time, but go ahead and express them. That's a problem that I had. I had a problem uh, with expression because I pictured myself expressing something a certain way, and if I didn't have everything I needed to express it that way, then excuse me, if I didn't have everything I needed to express it that way, then I would try to hold on to it and wait before putting it out because I cared about how other people seen the presentation of what I had to put out. But what you're gonna learn is that when you get an idea, it's not just for you, it's for others too. Go ahead and put it out. If you had that, if that idea came to you, then you have what you need to put it out. If you can't find what everything that you need to put it out in the manner that you want to put it out in, go ahead and put it out anyway. Because the other people that are meant to benefit from what you have to put out, they're gonna benefit from it as soon as you put it out. No matter how you think it should be presented, they're still gonna benefit from it if you just go ahead and put it out and express it because it was meant for them at that time. But if you just continue to hold on to it until you can express it in the way that you picture it mentally, then you are adding more stress to you. But not only that, you are robbing the people that's going to benefit from you actually expressing your ideas. So I want you to take that in consideration when you're holding back and waiting to produce. No, don't wait and produce. Go ahead and express it. Now, sometimes you come with an idea or a thought and you don't know exactly how to express it in the fashion that it came to you. Like it may be, you may have had a idea to, let's say, create a app for a phone or something. Okay, and you don't know how to create an app. Okay, you've never been trained in creating apps. So if you want to do this, then you're gonna have to go to other resources to get that done. But if that idea came to you to create that app, you have what you need to do it. You just got to find out exactly what it is. And you can do that through different means. I mean, you can search the internet. You can search the internet. You can use a lot of different sources in order to get it done. But look for the things that you need to use in order to get it done, because you already got it. And if you don't already have it, the universe is sending it to you. So start looking for it and be ready to receive what the universe is sending to you so you can express it properly. But don't continue to hold on to the expression without expressing it. Go ahead and express it. And I guarantee you, you'll be on your way to living the life that you want to live, and not just thinking about the life that you want to live. Because the only way to actually live the life that you're thinking about is through expression. I know you probably seen me swatting like this a couple of times. There's a couple of flies they're trying to fly around, but I hope you got this message that was brought to me to give to you. And I'm going to continue to work on my expressions and expressing myself more fully. And I hope that you do the same, because I want you to live the life that you desire. Like I said, always heaven is a state of mind. If you need to hit me up, feel free to hit me up. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.